Guys, it is that time of year again. And I think this year, I may have a few valid reasons for moving on from the Capital One Venture X card. What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today we're going to do our annual keep, cancel, or product change with the Capital One Venture X card. Now, if you are a fan of the channel, then you know how I feel about this card. It's consistently my top card to carry because it just serves me so well overall. But this year, I see things just a little bit different. Is this the year I downgrade for some no annual fee action and focus my premium travel card energy with Chase? Well, have a seat, grab a cold beverage, and let's break this down. This is something we talked about in my last live stream, and I got a lot of great feedback from the audience. But this is the first year I've actually had a decent argument to move away, at least temporarily, from this MVP caliber card. So let's quickly go over the main points of the card. I'll do this as fast as possible because I know you guys are already familiar with the Venture X. After that, I'll note the card's strengths for me personally. Then I'll mention why this card loses some of that relevancy this year, at least temporarily. Finally, we'll make a decision and I'll explain exactly why this decision was made. If you like this type of content where we really strip it down to a realistic, objective decision, then slap that like button for me. First off, the card almost always has a reasonable bonus. I never actually got a bonus for the card because I acquired it via product change. Currently, the card is offering 75,000 venture miles for spending $4K. Earnings for the card are pretty simple. 2x on everything, and you'll get some extras for using their portal, which is, for me, rare. 10 times for hotels and car rentals, and 5x for flights. The card comes with an annual $300 travel coupon in their travel portal, and you get an annual bonus of 10,000 venture miles. And I put a floor value on that at $100. So let's keep it real. This card really is easy to get value from as long as you exit your mom's basement at least once a year. Guys, I don't want to bog this video down with all the Visa Infinite benefits and lounge access, but I'm assuming you guys already know the basics of this big league card. And here's where we get into some of the question marks, at least for me, at least for right now. So let's get into this juicy part. These are the card's strengths for my use case, at least in the past couple years. And just so we're clear, I travel more than normal people, so I get easy value from both the travel portal and that annual bonus for the miles. So we are talking about what is, for me, normally a net neutral annual fee. I don't really feel like I pay for this card. I also really value the Capital One lounges. I would go to a Capital One lounge over any other domestic lounge right now. I probably even overrate those lounges. I also value the catch-all concept with this card. 2x venture miles on non-category spend is really good for me. Next strength for me is the fact that I have a fairly high credit limit and there are no foreign transaction fees on this or any other Capital One card. So it is part of a great set it and forget it overseas setup. Visa Infinite protections and insurances bring up the final reasons why I highly value this card. It is truly one of the best out there right now. So what's different for me now? Well, right now I have all my travel booked out past January of 2026. That doesn't leave a lot of room for using that $300 travel coupon, which I did discover has already hit my account. I don't think I'll have much trouble putting it to use at some point, but it's a $300 credit that I likely really don't need. And it could also just be another credit I have to force myself to use. And about those lounges, well, there aren't a ton of them right now, and I'm looking over my travel itineraries, and it looks like most of my actual travel is international business class flights that leave from the East Coast. That means two things. One, I'll already have lounge access from flights with TAP Air Portugal, ITA Airlines, and there are also Sapphire Lounge access in most of those locations. I do fly into the US through Washington Dulles, which has a Capital One lounge, but I'm betting I will not have time to visit the lounge while I'm there. It's a short connection. What about that flat 2 times earnings? Well, in 2025, I am really focusing on earning Amex MR points. So I'm likely going to be using the Blue Business Plus most often for that non-category spend. So to sum all that up, this card has a ton of great qualities that might not quite fit me for the next 12 months or so. So why not take a break from that $395 annual fee? Well, this is the part where I include the audience feedback, which was actually super valuable. One audience member stated that they downgraded their Venture X and they've not seen an option to upgrade back to it. Do I want to take the chance of losing the Venture X forever? Not exactly. Another viewer reminded me that the Venture X gives the holder an opportunity to earn up to 100,000 Venture miles each year through referrals. Now, here is a great way to seamlessly transition into my shameless plug. Guys, I will include my personal referral link for both the Capital One Venture X and the Saver cards. These cards make a fine Capital One duo. So if you are looking to apply for either of these cards, please consider supporting me and my channel. So at the end of this mental exercise, I've decided that even after taking a critical view of the Venture X, it's going to stay in my wallet at least another year. And the biggest reason is quite simple. The card, even when it's not the focal point of a setup, is just too valuable to risk losing forever. There's very little work to mitigate that annual fee, and the potential upside is too good not to take advantage of. Now, let me be super clear. The fact that I can potentially earn 100,000 Venture miles is a big factor for me to keep this card. Historically, I have not earned a ton of points through referrals, but I made the decision in 2025 to actually focus more on that side of things, and I want to be completely transparent to the fact that I may be able to earn without even using the card, and that's a huge plus for me. I also think that almost anyone could probably get at least one referral per year with the Venture X, and that could help with your individual decision on whether you keep the card. Guys, if you like the way I break down every card every year just to make sure it's still worth the annual fee, then consider becoming a subscriber. I post consistently and I keep it on topic. And guys, if you've stayed all the way to the end, I thank you and I appreciate every single one of you.